Blue Jay fans? It's Rob Scott back after a 6-day layoff with a new game day recap. And if I'm sounding a little low on energy because I'm trying to keep things quiet, my wife tells me I'm very fucking loud in this house and my kids are sleeping, so I'm trying to talk a little bit quieter and nicer. But the Blue Jays won. That's what I can tell you, and that's what I'm excited about. They came in 38-31, 2 games behind Baltimore in this big series, and they came out smoking in the first game, clubbing the Orioles to death. I literally saw somebody die on the field. 13-3, 5 more home runs. I believe they hit 5 last night. Aaron Sanchez went to the hill, 6-1, 3.38 ERA. He was strong again against a good team. 2 runs, 6 innings. He put 9 men on base, but he got the win. Went to 7-1. Lowered his ERA by a few percentage points, 3.35 now, I believe. Great year for him. And can we please stop fucking talking about putting him in the pen? He's a 23-year-old fucking strong kid. Let him fucking throw 200 innings. He's got 200 innings in him. Can we stop with this? What's the injury history we're looking at here? Are we comparing him to Matt Harvey, who's had Tommy John surgery? Are we trying to be, cautious? What the fuck can we not let a 23-year-old throw 200 innings? He's a big, strong kid. His body is built for it. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. I get it. I'm a couch potato who sits in a fucking a red room with a stupid Blue Jays sign on the wall. I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. I'm not there. But I mean, just common sense says he's a big, strong 23-year-old kid who can throw a lot of innings. I've been putting a lot of work into this story I'm doing on Tommy John surgery, and I'm not seeing the relation between Tommy John surgeries and pitch counts, and I just think it's a thing managers have gone to. This pitch count thing to protect arms, and I don't think it's built on any kind of evidence. Anyway, Blue Jays won. 13 hits, 13 runs. Their offense is now fucking smoking. They are probably top 6, top 7, top 6 now in the majors. Josh Donaldson was 2 for 4 tonight, scored 3 more runs, now tied Mookie Betts for the lead with 60. He led last year with 122. He looks like he's going to lead the majors again in runs, or he's on pace to tie. He scored 11 runs and has driven in 10 in his last 4 games. I'm going to say it one more time. He has scored 10 runs and driven in 11. Did I fucking write that down right? No, he scored 11 runs and driven in 10 in his last 4 games. He's 10 for 11. That's the MVP we're talking about. The leader of our team. EE was 2 for 3 with 3 runs scored, 2 walks. Michael Saunders had the big day. And this guy's making me look awful because I've been slogging him all year. I don't, he's not proving my law of average theory on him. Had 3 home runs today, 8 RBIs, only the 4th Canadian ever to drive in 8 in a game. He's now got 15 bombs on the season. His career high is 19 in a full season, 550 some at bats. He's hit 15 already in about 260. So, I mean, there's still over half a season left to play. So, obviously, he hasn't hit a rough patch yet this year. And he's hit a lot of rough patches in his career. I mean, he came into this season a 230 hitter with a 700 OPS. There was nothing there to suggest what he's doing right now. And he's making me look like a dick. But I'm happy. Because he's doing it for the Blue Jays. And I love me some Blue Jays. Justin Smoke homered again tonight. Darwin Barney was 2 for 4. That mostly rounds out the Blue Jays offense. The O's they scored 3 runs on 8 hits, I believe. A home run, couple walks. Hun Soo Kim was 2 for 4 with a run. He's hitting 327 on the season. Machado, the Ninja Assassin, was 2 for 4 with another ribby. Strong hitter. Mark Trumbo continued his good season, just 1 for 4, but he had another ribby. He leads the AL in home runs with 20. And Ryan Flaherty was 2 for 4 with a home run and an RBI. Aaron Sanchez, as I said, pitched 6 innings, gave up 7 hits, 2 walks, 2 runs. And he went to 7-1 on the year. Drew Storm came in, relieved him. He threw a clean inning. 1 inning, 1 K. He's only been scored on 3 times in his last 18 appearances. And I said a while back, I'm not down on him yet. This was while he was still bad because he had other numbers that were looking very strong. And his velocity went up a tick. So, yeah, I mean, I'm pegging him to be a good arm in the pen, and he's starting to round out lately. Still not there yet, still a little bumpy, but he's starting to round out. Gerardo came in and threw an inning, as did Osuna, who gave up another run. And it feels like he's been giving up a lot of runs lately, but I look at his ERA and it's 2.08. So it hasn't been that bad. Mike Wright got smashed by the Blue Jays, and so did Ubaldo Jimenez. Together they threw 6 innings, gave up 13 runs. They gave up all the runs the O's gave up today. Just a note, Bautista went on the DL with a toe stub. That's what I'm calling it. I don't know what the official line is, but a toe stub for Jose, 15-day DL. You know, I've talked before, and I've done videos on it, that injuries to this team, and we've been very lucky so far, will expose the lack of offensive depth. And I do believe there is a lack of offensive depth. You know, when you look into AAA, you have Jesus Montero, who's playing very well. Dalton Pompey, who's playing very well. So you can reach for those 2 bats, but at specific positions, I mean, Montero is basically a DH. So he's very limited to where you're going to stick him if you do call him up. Pompey can switch in the outfield spots. He's good to roam all over. That's fine. But beyond that, there's not a whole lot. And nobody can replace a Josh Donaldson or a Jose Bautista going down at the same time. Nobody can bring up those type of bats. And I'm not saying that the Jays should have those, but I don't see the quality depth on the offensive side of this roster. So tomorrow, the Jays, so the Jays are 1 game back now of the AL East lead, tying Baltimore. Boston lost tonight, so they're now tied with Boston. They're 1 game back of Baltimore, and they're smoking. What's their record? They were 16-7 going into the Phillies 4-game set. They went 3-1 in this one, so 4-1, so 20-8. 20-8 in their last 28. That's over 700 winning percentage. Dickey's on the hill tomorrow, 4-7 with a 4.16 ERA against Giovanni Gallardo, who's been tough on the Jays, it seems like, every time they face him. He's 1-1 with a 7 ERA and just 18 innings pitched. So I don't know if he's just been lazy or he's been injured. I'm going to guess he's been injured. And that's why he only has 18 innings. So hopefully he's very rusty, and they can kick the shit out of him. All right, thank you for joining me. We'll see you tomorrow.